Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? The sawmill is just jugging away there, but that doesn't really matter. Today we are doing something a little bit different. I promised you that I would do the weekly question this week to be our next map that we're going to go to. Last time I did that, all I did was I told you about the maps and said you can go and take a look at them if you want to. However, those of you who don't have a PC available, some of you don't have... you're on console and you can't go and look at all of these maps. There's various other issues that prevent some of you from going and taking a look at these maps. So what I thought I would do today is I would go and look at them for you. What I'm going to do... I wonder if I can pick this one up. Yes, we'll pick this one up. We'll carry it around. My weekly question that I asked you all last week was, did you want me to spend the rest of my time here on Goldcrest getting just sheep, just cows, or get both? And we had 4,144 people answer that question. That is a huge... I think that is quite possibly a record for the number of people that we have had answer the question, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody that has taken part. People who said just sheep were 553, just cows were 607, and a mixture of both was 2,984, so a fraction under 3,000 people want me to get both. I think it's fairly unanimous that we're going to be getting an equal mix of both lots of animals, so that's what we will do. The rest of today's episode, I am going to go and have a look at the 5 separate maps that I have available. We're not going to do anything else on here. So I am going to go, and also, I've picked out 5 maps. There are none of them in the States, and there are none of them in the UK. I've had a lot of requests for the UK ones, but I think that's going to sort of skew it. We will look at UK ones. What I'll probably do is one of the map choices that I do when we move to a map, I'll do exclusively UK maps. There's so many people keep asking for UK maps, and they're the big popular ones that everybody does. And I appreciate now that quite a lot of you want to see my take on the UK maps, especially as I'm from the UK, so it's farming styles and things that I'm familiar with. I will do it, but like I said, it'll probably be, I will pick 5 UK maps, and that will be the choice. So you can pick which of the 5 UK maps you want me to do, but that'll be another time. That's not this time. So we don't have any UK maps. We also don't have any US maps, because we've done this one in the US. We've also done another series here on Goldcrest in the time-lapse series, and I am now moved on to Rattlesnake Valley, which is another US-based map, which is... So I'm in here in the US in the time-lapse for a lot of it. Well, I have been so far, and I will be for a little while yet. So I'm going to not... I don't have any options for US maps, and that does mean that... what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. You know, the big map. Not Rattlesnake Valley. American Outback. That isn't one of the options, even though quite a lot of people have asked for it. I think that's all of it. So, without further ado, let me just quickly list off the names that we are going to be doing. We're going to be looking at Emerald Valley, which is a logging-only map. We're going to be looking at... And I think I'm pronouncing this correctly now. I've had a lot of people telling me how I should be pronouncing this. It's a map that is set in Poland. It is Gorale, and it's either Gorale or Gorale. I think it's Gorale. We'll go with that, Gorale. It might be Gorale, but anyway, when you look at it in English, it looks like Gorale. And the thing with that map is that I think it is the highest rated map on the whole of the mod hub, which says a lot in my opinion. There's a lot of votes gone into it, and it's the highest rated one there. Or if not it's one of. Then we have, for a lot of my fans in Holland, Netherlands, so on, we've got Dutch Polder, and I've had a lot of requests for a map in that kind of area, so Dutch Polder. These are all off of Mod Hub, by the way. Then we have Drumard Farm. I had a lot of requests for Drumard Farm, which is one set in Ireland. It's a small, medium-sized map, and I know that this end of the week is really supposed to be all about bigger machinery, but I thought that we could get away with this one at this end of the week. So we've got Drumard Farm, and then we've got Iberian Southlands, and that is the one that is set in Spain, and that one actually threw up a little bit of a surprise to me. which I wasn't expecting, and you'll see that's going to be the last map we look at. So I'm going to try and limit it to 5 minutes per map. I'll set a timer. We'll do 5 minutes. We're going to just drive around as fast as we can, look at all the machinery, see what it's got to offer, and then we'll go to the next one. So I will see you in just a moment in the first map. Okay, 5 minutes, here we go. This is Drumard Farm. Let me show you the map. There we go, Drumard Farm. This is the one that is set in Ireland. See, it's a medium-sized map. You've got some reasonable-sized fields here, and then we've got smaller fields up the top. We own a selection of smaller fields right there, and we start over here by the farm. And we have a nice, tantalizing line of gold nuggets down through here. We have another 99 to find. So we'll come down through here and pick those up. The gates all open automatically. I think that this map, and now it shows us where all the rest of them are. So I will start this game again from scratch, so we'll probably be able to use the gold nuggets and find them all on the map. So if we take a look now, they are all clustered here and over here. So they're available for us to look at. And we have the cattle field here, which looks pretty good. I quite like this. So let's just go through the machinery that we start off with. I've just leased this one actually so that we can take a quick drive around. We have a JCB fast track which is near the chickens and the pigs by the look of it. The pig pen is very small. That is one thing I have noticed. It does look very small. I have just had a very brief look at this map. I haven't looked at the other maps. We're going to be exploring this all together. We've got a Kramer with a couple of instruments on some racking behind us. The New Holland baler right there. We've got the New Holland combine. There's a seed drill in the middle. That is the direct drill without the fertilizer tank. It's just the seed. It's a nice direct drill, so that's really good. Deutz tractor. Deutz for Agrostar. Looks like we've got a workshop that we can use over there. Let me go over to that one a minute. Over here. And this is the... yeah. Direct selling. Okay, so we've got a built-in workshop there. Let me get back into the tractor so we can cycle through the next one. We have a fence in here with a front loader attachment. There's a rake there as well. We've got a Bergman silage trailer just outside. There is the biogas plant right next to us as well. And then we're back to the pickup. So let's take a quick drive around. Before I go any further, we are going to, first of all, we're going to go back to the map. And this field 20 or this field 35, they look to be the two biggest ones. So let's go to field 35, visit that one. And what do we got? This one is all planted out with the wheat at the moment. We've got a small stand of trees over there. Nice looking countryside on this one. So the biggest field is about $400,000 to buy. Well, actually, it'd be euros here in Ireland is what we'd be using. A lot of these maps are actually going to be euros. So let me set the money to euros a minute. I'll keep it on mile. No, actually, we're changing to most of it is in Europe. I think all of them are in Europe, actually. So, yeah, we got euro, we got kilometres. We'll set it to euros and kilometres. And we've got collision on most of the hedges. So that is the field 35, which is one of the biggest. Let's go back to the lizard pickup. This is the shop here. It's a very small shop, but that's the whole thing with this map. It's a small field. You've got a small village here. Now, the thing with Ireland is it's very similar to the UK. So, a lot of the architecture and structures and so on are very similar to what I would find at home here in the UK. And for that reason, I almost didn't include this map. It almost felt like it's almost a UK map, but it's not quite. I have, for all of the maps, I don't have any mods loaded on them at all. I have just gone for straight map as it is, straight out of the bag. So that was the little town. You've got a sawmill over there. We are running out of time. We've got a minute and a half left. There's no collision on this little bit here, but the rest of the map has got collision on just about everything. And I like the idea of having collision on everything, but at the same time, it could prove to be frustrating. Yields there. I see. I've never been to Ireland. It's only just across the little channel from me, but I've never been to Ireland, so they've got yield written on the signs, whereas we have give way on ours. And I've noticed that, especially on likes of Rattlesnake Valley, places like that, you've got stop signs everywhere in the US. And I don't know if that's an accurate depiction of the whole of the US, but certainly from what I've seen on the maps, there are stop signs everywhere. We hardly have any stop signs here in the UK. It's all give way, or these are yields. Basically, you come up, you don't have to stop. You can keep going. So long as you can see and it's safe to continue, you do not have to actually stop moving when you get to the junction. and you've just got to give way to the traffic that is already there. So you come on up to a place like that. See, we got give way here. So I can just come up here, I can look slowly out that way, right, I don't see anything coming, and I can carry on. However, if there is something coming, you've got to stop. So you've got to be able to stop. And that is the time up. We've got, that's our 5 minutes. Can we just take a quick look up here? Let's just, I want to see what the deal is with all these gold nuggets. There's hundreds of them scattered around, and you've got a load of small fields up here, and we come down through. Oh, they've hidden, they're all hidden in the forest. Oh, this is brilliant. So basically we got gold-filled forest up here. There's a bit of forestry here, and this is Drumard Farm. Looks really good. I'm quite impressed with it. And so the gold nuggets do appear to be very, very easy to find. However, this is quite a medium-sized map. We are, and this end of the week, generally I was hoping to be doing larger-sized machinery stuff, but I do like the detail, the absolute attention to detail this map has got. It's really, really good. Right, I will see you in the next map. 5 minutes on the clock. Next map up is Dutch Polder. This one is large flat fields, and you've got a few different shaped fields in that, which is really good. You've got your own field 1 to start with and field 38, and if anybody's ever seen aerial views of different areas in Holland, you'll see that this striped fields like this is quite common. This is and it's flat. It's big and flat. Look, see how flat it is. It's flat, it's flat, it's flat. We own field 2 and field 1 as well. I didn't see that we own field 2, so we've got these two here to start with, and we've got field 38 down there. Let's just take a quick look around. We got everything seems to be in sheds as well. There's question marks over here. What does this one have to say? This is seeds and fertilizer. Okay, it's just a description of that. Let's take a look through the machinery. We've got the pickup there. We've got a New Holland combine in a shed here, and we've got a little bit of space there. We've got a Valtra T-Series. Is that in the same shed? I think it's a different shed to the combine. Then we've got a New Holland T6 over in an in-farm workshop, and another New Hollander T5. This one's got the row crop wheels, and we've got a sprayer on the back. Well, a sprayer there, ready to use. We've got a little JCB skid steer as well in this one. And then we're back to the Lizard pickup. Let's go and quickly find the biggest field. It's either going to be field... Oh, we own a whole load of fields, actually. We've got field 19 over here, field 18 and field 20. Field 32 up there we don't yet own. Field 45 appears to be the biggest field, so let's go and visit that one and take a look. That one is done in potatoes. And this one, 1.3 million euros, has 16 hectares. So it's bigger than field 5 on Goldcrest Valley. Very, very big. I love this particular detail of this map. There is these drainage ditches everywhere, and that is something that you will see all over the Netherlands. This huge, great big flat expanses with, and we got an embankment over here. There should be a road up on top of here. Let me just real quickly. Oh no, it's a road beside it. And then what's that over there? Oh, that's the edge of the map. Great big. So if this is the edge of the map, do we get to see up over the top? Oh no, I see. So that's, we come up against the wall. That is just some scenery that they've given us to look at, and very often you would find. See, it's quite coastal, this country. You will find areas close to the coast, but it's all dead flat, and it amazes me that they can ever keep the place drained out. It's phenomenal, and it's a really impressive sort of detail of the whole countryside. We've got these roads going everywhere, and it's getting to these places. We got these drainage ditches all over. Whoa! Okay, a little bit too fast there. We do have the drainage ditches everywhere, but we've also got, like, you've got these, the roads and the drainage ditches, and what have we got in here? We've got pigs in there. We've also got a silage plant, by the look of it. Can we come in here, or we got to physically open the gate? We've got to open the gate on this one. Oh, I've actually got a manual. You got to press and hold to open. Excellent. Nice little touch, that one, I think. I quite like that. So it's sheltered in here with the trees. It's, they've just provided a screen of trees. You will find this a lot in different places in Holland, in that you don't have readily available landscape to sort of shelter buildings and so on. So instead what you've got is, this looks like it's the grain storage area. Instead what you've got is a Silos, yes, so we got the silos right next to the pigs, which is actually really, really convenient. You would have screens of trees everywhere to like screen different sections and buildings and so on. We've got a minute left. We need to hurry up. It's so easy to get sort of mixed up. And this, see this, the boundary between the two fields? This is really common. You'll have different farmers owning two different fields, and it's separated by just a tiny, tiny strip of land like this. And you wouldn't dream of driving on your neighbour's field. Even there's no boundary fence, no nothing like that. It's just separated like that. So it would it gives the option to combine the fields if you wanted to. You could join the fields together and work them like that. You don't have to. You can keep them separate. You can farm them in separate strips. It's actually probably easier to farm them in separate strips. This is Dutch Polder. This is a huge, huge flat map. It's just everything is dead level and flat. It's fantastic. I love it. I genuinely do. To be honest, though, I love all of the choices that I have presented to you today. Whoops. And there's like this one here. It's wide open expanse, but there's little details situated all over the map that just you can see it. I mean, this is my first time to drive around this map, and I'm seeing all these little tiny details around, like the grass there with the ponds in the middle. So you've got a bit of area there. We've got another section here, screened really nicely by the trees again, and this is the biogas plant in here. And yeah, so we just got the biogas plant has been put in here, looking really good here actually, and I like the way that it's done. We looked at the pigs in the middle. We didn't look at the sheep. We'll very quickly just go and look at the cows because we've run out of our time. We cannot go any longer. Let's just take a quick look into here. What have we got in the pen in here? It doesn't look like we've got gold nuggets on this map. We might have. They might just be well hidden. Who knows? But this is Dutch Polder. A lovely, beautiful, wide open, flat map that is just... it's little details all over the place, and... I literally don't have time to get to all the different points. We've got a sawmill and depot down there, biogas plant, you've got crops and sale points and everything down there. We haven't looked at that either. So, yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's all we've got. I will see you on the next map. This is Dutch Polder. 5 minutes are back on the clock. We are here in Emerald Valley. This one is a purely logging map. There is no crop sell points. There is no animals on this map. However... the reason that I've included this is because I've done a little bit of research. All you get to start with is you've got that logging crane there, you've got that tractor, the forestry version tractor, and you get a pickup. So we're going to take this pickup and we're going to take a look around. You've got this huge, great big flat area to start with. You've got a sawmill there with several different options by the look of it. And I have actually had a little look around this map before because I wanted to see if something's actually viable, if I could do it. And if you take a look up over here, yes, I am going to jump this just as we leave this map, just because I can. I suspect that is a place where you can tip logs in to sell, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. However, I have found on one of the mod sites a placeable sell point in which you can sell crops of all kinds, right? So my theory is we could do a logging only map and we could make a start on it. And if you come down through here, I have tested this. You've got loads of trees here. I mean, they're really close together as well. So you are absolutely penned in with trees. But what we could do is we could come up to, I was thinking maybe start at this area here. And if we cleared a few more trees, you could then plough this up and... yeah, you know, the more trees we clear, the more ploughing that we could do, and then we could plant some crops on it and start harvesting the crops and so on and so forth, and then sell them up at the placeable sell point that we would put back down next to the sawmill. So that's my theory for this. It would start off really concentrating on doing, and there's another area here that I thought that we could sort of start out at, and we can move around the map. I mean, you take a look at the map here, you've got all these different areas. There's different sort of bits that we could do this to. There's a couple of, like, you've got these like parking zones, and I figured that maybe 4 or 5 or 3 would be our starting points to do this, and then we could expand out, finding the more level parts of this map, and that we could convert them into growing crops. I won't go up to field 10. We got nowhere visiting any of these different areas up here, unfortunately. You got the stand and sawmill, and you got the gas station, so I can't go and visit up the top there, and the truck isn't readily available to go and do that with. Actually, I wonder if we could get up there. We got 2.5 minutes left. that's my idea on this map. I thought it was a completely unique take on a forestry map, something that I've certainly never seen before, and I thought it might be really interesting to watch and sort of see something like this expand and unfold as we clear away areas of forest and turn it into productive farmland. And of course it is entirely reliable on that placeable that I found actually working. I see no reason why it won't. It seemed like a really viable option, something that could work. That if you have a look, the PDA doesn't quite line up in some places with the road, but that's just a minor detail that I don't think matters at all. That's going out to area... No, it's not. We want to carry on up this way. Area number 1 is down to a left down there. And if you see, there is places in his map that I think we could really make this work. I think this whole idea could work out really well. And we come up through there. Then you've got a area here that we can cross. I mean, there's a load of water here, so you wouldn't be able to do very much farming down on the water. But again, now you're looking at slightly more level areas. We're going up past 6 and 7. So it could just be that we basically we've got like a series of really small fields dotted around the map, certainly to start with. I don't know how well this would work, but I, for one, I think this could be a challenge, and I don't know if this is what the rest of you want. I love each of the maps that I have picked, and some of the ideas that I have got on these maps I think could be really cool. And the main issue is that we just don't have time to instigate it all. I might put it into the comment section on this one. I might put this up as an option to follow on from Whatever Valley, because Whatever Valley is technically... That end of the week is technically supposed to be the smaller scale of farming, whereas this end of the week is supposed to be the bigger scale of farming. You come all the way up here right to the back of the valley, and we got a larger area that I think we could viably turn into a farming zone that could actually work really well. We've got 15 seconds left on the clock, so I'm going to reset the pickup now over to here. That's gone back to the shop. So yes, this is Emerald Valley, and my idea is to turn this into a farm. We start off logging, but we could end up doing some actual cropping here, which I think would be a really cool take on a logging only map. It is of course dependent on that mod that I have found working so that we can sell grains. Let me know what you think of this one, and I might include this, like I said, as an option when we come to replace Whatever Valley. And of course now we want to see if we can actually launch ourselves right off this ramp. Boom! Oh yeah! Okay, so we hit the edge of the map there. Don't drive too deeply in the water, and it's sinking. Away it goes. Down it goes, all the way down there. Brilliant. Right, that's awesome. I'll see you in the next map. 5 minutes back on the clock. We are in Gorale, or Gorale. And we start off at our house at the farm, and this is... It's a really nice view from here. Looking at it, we've got a lovely garden, small farmhouse. I got to admit, it's not the biggest farmhouse, but it's still nice. It's quite modern. This is very common in Poland. A lot of new builds going up everywhere, and it's very popular. I know several Polish people, and everybody's all about new builds. Keeping the older stuff is not really a priority to a lot of people in Poland. I'm not going to say all people, I'm just going to say a lot of people. So let's just take a quick look. We've got 2 trains here. And if you take a look, we've just got loads of carriages like this, which is fantastic. I don't know how much all of these would hold, but I suspect it is a lot. And I haven't actually driven the trains around the map, and I think this is... I'll tell you what, we'll come back to the 2 trains. We'll take a quick look at the machinery. We've got the New Holland 8340 there. We've got a Zeta Proxima 120. We've got the Case International... which one is it? 1660. I can look at the numbers at the bottom there, can't I? The Deutz Agristar, and then we're back to the train. So that is the tractors that we start off with. If we take a look at the map, this is the one with 103 separate fields on it. Right? Now, a lot of these fields are small. The thing I like about this map, and because this end of the week is like for big stuff, Drumard Farm, I would say, is borderline for big stuff. Emerald Valley, again, borderline for big stuff. But it's kind of, I think that's kind of a big undertaking to try and convert a forestry map into productive arable land. So I would class that as kind of big, especially the forestry side. We'd have to go for the big stuff on there as quickly as we possibly could. This one, however, this is all about management. The number of small fields that we've got everywhere on this map, It just beggars belief, and we will take a quick look. If we go over here, it might not quite be the biggest one, but we're next to the grain elevator as well. Here is the grain elevator. We've got a few trucks and everything that is laid in there. You've got these gates. How do you open the gates? There must be a way to open these gates. F1. Closed at night, come back at 7 a.m. Oh, brilliant! So this only opens at certain times of the day. That is such a fantastic little detail to know. That is just awesome. Then we've got this one over here, and if I press R and take a look at this, we've got 5 hectares, 400,000. That is about one of the biggest fields. I mean, you've got field 100 down here. Let's visit that one, and we'll take a look here, and that is 434,000. It's about the same. So yeah, like I said, it's lots and lots of tiny little fields all over the place. We got a lot of management kind of stuff, so it's kind of big scale management you've got to do in order to be able to run this place. Let's go to field 70. Look at this one here. You've got a tiny little, that's field 70. That little one there. So to start with, we certainly wouldn't have any problem being able to buy any land. It's 30 grand. We probably do a few jobs here, but I would say that we wouldn't do a massive amount of jobs. Yeah, I want to let's start this train moving. We can take a look at some of this map, and I just love the feel of the fields. I'm not going to go and look at the animal pens, I don't think. I think we're just going to use the train to go around the map. This is the only map, I believe, that actually has trains as an option. The other 4 maps, there are no trains on them. Look at that. That's brilliant. These tiny little details everywhere. So it's not dead straight roads all the way around. There's all kinds. We've got windmills dotted across the landscape, and all of these little tiny fields. And there are ways. Some of these fields can be joined together to make bigger fields. You've got meadows that are opened up. Like field 91 here. Right, you've got to buy the field. This isn't just a meadow that you can go and buy. You've got to buy the field, and you've got a tower. There's a telecoms tower stuck right in the middle of the field. So you're going to have to farm round it. It's just such an incredible detail. I love that. And then you've got the field here. You could join those two together. I think you could get away with doing that. You've got the telegraph poles going across the landscape in the middle. This is just amazing. It's just breathtaking. And I gotta be honest, this is so difficult to pick a favourite from all of these maps. The details that are present in all of the maps that I have selected for you are phenomenal, but this one I would have to say is my personal favourite. I love the feel of this map as a whole. There is just something about this map that really appeals to me. I like all the little fields everywhere. I mean, so much stuff everywhere, but it's and that's the 5 minutes. My 5 minutes up. I haven't even got around the map. It's just incredible. I'm going to give you an extra minute on this map, I think. Like all the little tiny details that you see going through all of this map, and yet you've got some places, the ditches and everything, you can't expand a field. Some of these big fields are quite big. I mean, they're surprisingly big. When you look at the map, like 55 and 56 there, you've got 89 and 90 down here. And then you've got all these tiny little fields here. The idea of being able to get in, and then we've got to manage all of these fields. Some of them we could join together, but there's a lot of them that we wouldn't be able to do that. It's just not going to be an option. We cannot join them together because of the way the landscape is in between them. And that means that a lot of it, look at these little tracks everywhere. I could spend months on this map. Like every time, I've only got so many hours in a day. I'm on Rattlesnake Valley at the moment. I've just now recorded the first episode on Rattlesnake Valley with my time lapse, and every time I step into a new map, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, I want to do a time lapse on this map, but I can't do time lapses on all of the maps. Time lapse really is the only way for me to fully explore a map and really get to grips with everything that it has to offer. And I know you guys love the time-lapse, but I know you love the Let's Plays as well, and I think this one really does lend itself well to either format. So I'm not doing time-lapse on this map. I've got 2 maps lined up already. The Rattlesnake Valley we just started, plus the next one after that, which will be Sandy Bay, which I've already told you. And this one here, I think, would just be amazing for doing just the small detail. Plus, we've also got oats on this map. There's an extra fruit on this map that is available. We've got oats on here, and where is the oats on? Yeah, there we go. You got rye and you got oats, or oat. No, that's oats there. That's oats and that's rye. You got 2 extra crops on here as well. Yeah, it's just the details are incredible. So this is Gorale, and I've got to say, of the 5, it's so difficult for me to choose, but this is my personal favourite. This is the one I think I would enjoy playing the most, but like I said, they're all amazing. And I will see you on the last map, and this last map, whilst it's this one right here that I'm looking at is definitely my favourite of all the 5. This last map, this Iberian Southlands, it's got a drumard on it that I wasn't expecting. Our final map of the selection. So far you have seen Drumard Farm, and then Dutch Polder, then Emerald Valley, which is the logging one, and then my favourite one, which was Gorale. And then finally we have here Iberian Southlands, and let me just show you the map on this one. This one has got 87 fields, right? So it's got nearly as many as the one that we've already looked at. And we will take a quick look through the machinery. We've got a Lizard SX210 Twin Star. It's a lovely... I like the fact that they start off dirty. The machinery on this map starts off dirty and used. You've got a Lamborghini Mac VRT. You've got a Case IH Puma there. Look at the landscape. Look at the hills. There is hills and everything all over the place. We've got a Deutz. And we've got a Massey Ferguson MF Activa. That one is there ready to go as well. And I love the landscape on this map. I love the hills, the massive rolling hills you can see all over the place on this map. It's just incredible. You got some lovely little tiny fields, and you got some great big fields. And now here is the thing. If you take a look here, those are the 2 fields that we start off owning, and 44 up there. 48 is the one that we are in front of with the Massey. That's a fair sized field, even if I say so myself. And if we take a look over here at field 53, I was thinking something doesn't add up on this. It's just the way that it looks. And then it occurred to me, if we take a look here at field 50, you probably have already figured this one out already. The cow is up there. We need to go and have a look at that, because that's one of the pictures in the map. This field here, 5.37 hectares, 434,000 euros. And if you look at the map, as a small, tiny little field. This map is a 4 times map. It's a 4 times map. Where's the cow? I think that's at field 56, actually. So let's go and have a look at field 62. Over here. I want to click on there and visit. Here is field 62. Right? That just disappears off into the distance. 3.9 million euros. Time for mission 127 minutes. That's doing fertilizer. Now, if we take a look here, the other huge field on this map is field 1 up here. Oh no, that's field 89. Field 1 is the one that we want to go and visit. Let's go and visit this one. 89 fields then, maybe. Look at this field. Look how far it goes. It's ridiculous. It's just, yeah, look. 2.6 million. 390 minutes estimated time to finish this mission. That's 6.5 hours to harvest that field. That is just incredible. And if you have a look over here, we've got vineyards. These are the vineyards. I don't know if you can actually do anything with these or if they're just for decoration. I really genuinely have no idea about that. I know that some people put them in on maps and you can actually do stuff with them. Let's just visit the farm shop. Let's see what we got here. There's all the, I mean, it's a very, very big scale map. This is a 4 times map, ladies and gentlemen. I did not realise that this was a 4 times map. When I was first saying about this one and how cool I thought it looked, I didn't realise it was a 4 times map. This one and Gorale are both over 4. I think Gorale is definitely the highest one on the... It's like I said, it's one of the highest ones on the mod hub. But there are other ones that are equally quite high on the mod hub. Now, I want to figure out where is that I'm looking at right there. I want to go that way. So that is pointing over here. I think it's there. So let's go to there on field 14 and see if we can see what I was looking at. Is that's a quarry? Oh, there it is. Artwork. That's brilliant. Look, there's a cow. That's fantastic. Oh, this is just... Yes, there's an actual quarry there. I think this is the closest point that we can get to it. We're going to have to walk over, aren't we? Is this an actual working quarry that we can do something with? Or is this just kind of a decoration? I think it's just decoration. But however, I know that there are some maps that have incorporated quarrying into them so that you can actually do quarry stuff. Let me just climb up here. This doesn't look like it's got anything active, but it might be something that is able to be sort of implemented later on. Who knows? And it looks like there's paths and stuff going up onto it. I mean, it's the scale of this map. I'm sorry, I'm not talking very coherently at the moment. I'm just, yeah, that's my 5 minutes, and that's not even close to. I haven't looked at anything yet. Let me get a vehicle, and like I said, I've started all these maps without any extras, so we'll go for that one and we'll lease it. There we go. Okay, let's. Oh, hang on. I just wanted to have a look, wasn't it? It was the cow that you see in one of the pictures. I'm sure it's here somewhere. There it is. There's the other cow. So we got one on a roundabout, and then we got this one up here. The phenomenal amount of details that are on this map is just, yeah. So you got that huge one right there, and then we got the road. Can we climb up on top of there? I don't think we can. No, apparently not at the moment. Anyway. Let's go up here. This is our shop. Where are we now? We're right in the middle here. This is something to do with towns and everything. I wouldn't know where to begin on this map. It's just incredible. I mean, I'm feeling like, because like I said, I've recorded the first episode of Rattlesnake Valley, and I'm feeling very much like that on Rattlesnake Valley, and I spent a good couple of hours looking around Rattlesnake Valley map before I did the first look for Something on My Shoes version 2 of the map. So I'd already had a look at his map and had a good look round to see what it had to offer, and I was still feeling absolutely lost. I don't know what this is about, why we've got ploughed lines and strips of grass like this. I've no idea what that's about. Probably something, there must be a reason for this. I don't know what it is, but if anybody does know, let me know. But this is the Iberian Southlands, so yeah, this is just huge. Just absolutely huge, and there's a lot of grass that we could cut up if we wanted to. This we would have to be using large scale stuff, and yes, I know that Big Bud isn't very common in Europe, but we would almost definitely have to be using Big Bud on this map. I don't think, though, that we could use Big Bud on any of the other maps that I've looked at. I don't think it would work. Oh yes, we had to do that, and we will be doing that again. Can I? No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck upside down. So my 5 maps that you have to choose from. You need to head down into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you would want, and of course why. This is a very important vote. This decides what is going to happen next on this map. So let me just reset that one. Okay, and enter. There we go. It decides what is going to happen next on this map, what series we're going to go to. We will run to 100 episodes on Goldcrest Valley, as I promised. I know that several of you are getting a bit fed up with Goldcrest Valley now. I don't really blame you, and I am doing my best to try to introduce as much variety as I can, but I did promise that I would run a series to 100 episodes. It probably won't happen again. So make the most of it for those of you who do want big, long episodes. Can I open the gate from in the vehicle? I don't think I can. I think I've got to stand here. You've got to click and hold to open the gate. Like that. And let's come back out. So my 5 choices that I have got. Number 1 is Drumard Farm, a medium-sized farm that we wouldn't be able to use huge machinery on. We'd be able to use some big-ish machinery, but not massive machinery. Then number 2, we had Dutch Polder. Now, Dutch Polder definitely lends itself well to large machinery. We could even get away with using Big Bud on that map. I know it wouldn't be entirely realistic to use Big Bud in Europe, but I think we could get away with it. And option number 3 was Emerald Valley. Now, I think that certainly the logging side of it would be on a very big scale, and then we would start moving towards making... what is that down there? Oh, that must be... Oh, it's the pigs. That's the pig zone down there. Oh, this is so just incredible, this map. And it's the hills that I particularly like. I'm loving these hills. Mowing these hills, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yes, the Emerald Valley map, doing the logging and then turning it into farmland, I think that could be quite an interesting series. However, I'm not sure if you want that on kind of the big scale things. Do you want that to replace a big scale map, or do you want that at the other end of the week? I might put that up for an option for the other end of the week as well. Look at this! The hills! This is incredible! I love it. I absolutely love it. I come from quite hilly country myself, so I particularly like this. So yes, it's and then after that one we had Gorale, which is my personal favourite, I got to admit. Even though I am spending more time looking around this map, that's purely because this map is so big and it's just it'll take us a long time to look around a map like this. Gorale, which is lots and lots and lots of small fields, but it's big scale in the way that you'd have to manage it, and we'd probably have to have loads of small tractors with hired help running all at once in order to be able to farm loads of different fields, which I think could be quite an interesting thing to do. It could be, and it's not many maps that give you the opportunity to do something like that. So that again, a very, very interesting one to try and get done. Not quite sure what that is. I'm guessing it's like an emergency stop, but yeah, it looks a bit dangerous. And then we've got this one, Iberian Southlands. This one is quite obviously a 4 times map. It's absolutely massive, and it's very well made with a lot of details, although the map does say that there's a way to get across there, and there is no way to get across there. So the map lied to me. I feel betrayed. I feel absolutely and utterly betrayed. So yes, which of these 5 maps would you like? Don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want, and yeah, it's entirely up to you. It's your vote, it's your game. Which map am I going to be using? Make your decision very carefully. You've seen I've driven around all 5 maps. I've showed you exactly what they have to offer. Well, I haven't. I've sort of given a very brief look, even though I'm spending way too long looking around this map. I want to be having another look around Gorale, to be honest. But yeah, this one is just, yeah, not a lot else to say, really. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.